Hello guys, welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, today I want to make sure you are not missing out on all you can be getting out of your Thermomix. Today I'm going to show you some searching in Cookidoo that hopefully will help you find the latest and greatest recipes when you are looking for inspiration. So join me today. We're going to make some granola and I'm going to show you this process as well. And by the way, the granola I found because I looked particularly for the newest recipes to Cookidoo. And that's when I thought, you know what, I hope you guys are doing this and you're not missing out on the latest and greatest. So today, let's get cracking on this granola. It's super easy. It is from the US collections. You'll notice it's in ounces, but that does not stop us making it when we've got a Thermomix. I'm going to go straight into start cooking, and it's going to tell us to preheat our oven, and then it's going to tell us to line a baking sheet with parchment paper. I'm a little obsessed at the moment with my Fira, okay? I've been using this for everything, and so I'm just going to use that today. That's what's out. It's so easy to clean, and it just does a beautiful job. It gets so hot that it cooks really efficiently. So anyway, keep going. All right, first things first is some dried, and it says dried cranberries or cherries. I'm just looking for my box of goodies. Here they are. I think I've actually got, there might even be dried blueberries, I'm not even sure. You could use sultanas. And if you're shopping to this recipe and you're like, Lisa, 3 ounces, do I have to ask Google or Siri? All you need to do is actually multiply by 3 and add a 0. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 90. 9 add a 0 is 90, so 90 grams, okay? Does that make sense? So it's actually super easy to work out the approximate that you need, okay? But yeah, as I said, any kind of dried fruit would do the job here. I reckon you could even do like apricots and dates. Like, I think that would be really yummy. If you're buying granola, this is a great way to do it. Know what's in your food, and yeah, save some money. All right, so on with the lid. I'm going to chop this down because if you did have your big chunky cranberries and stuff, 4 seconds on speed 8. Let's spin that up. So just gave it a rough dice, spread it all around. The key ingredient in this later is honey. If you don't do honey, you can do other liquid sweeteners. You can do maple syrup, you could do a rice malt, which is usually what I would go for, but that's just giving it a rough dice down in there. Okay, the key ingredient here is actually, and I'm just looking for it, here it is, right behind me, rolled oats. Now, if you are gluten-free, rolled oats in Australia are not gluten-free, typically. I would be saying use something like flaked quinoa in the place of this. Okay, now it has 6 ounces, so you're looking at about 180 grams. So in with that. Oh, okay, we're going a little heavy-handed. The beautiful thing about this is it doesn't particularly matter. We're not playing with the science of, something like a cake where you've got a certain amount of setting agent, like an egg to flour ratio. It's okay. This is more like it's the honey that's going to cover everything and give it a bit of a golden tinge in the oven to make it beautiful. Now, puffed millet grains, I don't have that, but what I do have from a long while ago is actually some puffed organic rice. It's been sitting in the cupboard for a while. It's probably actually stale. You wouldn't want to eat it on its own. I think I bought it particularly for a recipe, and it's stuck together. Excellent. But it will do the job, okay? I would not particularly go shopping unless my kids fall in love with this recipe. I wouldn't actually particularly go shopping for puffed millet and stock that. Like, I buy things in 5 kilo bags, and I have actually done years ago, I incidentally ordered 5 kilos of puffed millet, and it is a heck of a lot of stuff because it's puffed. So these little millet grains become big and airy, and I had that stuff for years. Those of you who've been with me for a long time, you would have seen that in those first videos. We used it up. So, you could just buy something like, I guess, the equivalent of rice bubbles. If you're not actually worrying about the allergy part of this, you could actually, at the first step, put in, so it's only 30 grams, but 30 grams you watch is like going to be a fair bit in a second of quantity in this because it's puffed, it's airy. But you could actually be putting something like nuts into it if you can do nuts. So yeah, you certainly have that option. But yeah, check this out. Like, you'll realise, like, that's 0.2. Oh, I'm missing the bowl. There we go. So like, it's actually a fair portion because it's so airy. So it takes a fair bit to get that weight up. All right, sunflower seeds, raw. I'm loading things over here onto the things I need next. I've actually been waiting to use up those puffy rice. Okay, 2 ounces. So for those of you cooking along at home, 60 grams. I need to actually stop. Sorry, sometimes I have to stop because my brain and my mouth, it wants me then to go, I'll incidentally go to 60 ounces. Yeah, I know. Sometimes. Just putting the lids on containers. Next up, we've got some pumpkin seeds. What do I do? Sunflower seeds. Now, pumpkin seeds, you could be using things like sesame seeds in this recipe. Flax, chia, those sorts of things as well would be beautiful. You could certainly add them into it. Okay, ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon. Add a teaspoon here. This gives it a beautiful flavour. Some nutmeg, 1 teaspoon. I'm going to go a little bit less, not a fan. You guys know that. You've been with me long enough to know. And some vanilla. And it says vanilla extract. I have been brewing my own. Do you guys remember? I'll try and link the video for those of you on YouTube. And if you're over on Facebook, go over to my YouTube and just search vanilla extract and paste. I did a video recently, and this is it brewing. Can you see the color change from what was a clear liquid? Like, it's already doing a really nice brew on that. It's not done, like it does take like 8 months, but it's fine to start using. It definitely has that vanilla smell already into it. Okay, and 5 ounces of honey, the finishing thing. And as I said, other liquid sweeteners are perfectly fine. This is so incredibly quick. Like, there is no need to buy muesli when you can make it yourself like this. And like, we're going to have it on homemade yogurt. You've seen that recipe recently, but there's so many ways you can have it. You can have it on its own with fruit. Just trying to not go overboard here. By the way, got new honey. Remember that the other week we were talking about the flavors of honey, and I said how it kind of, the most recent one had a real interesting flavor to it. So finally we finished that one. We're on the next batch. This one tastes like the honey I would expect. Must have been wattle or something really strong. Okay, 5 ounces. If you are doing like a rice malt or something, you'll notice it'll probably be not as overpowering, but that's okay. On with the lid, and let's finish this off. And then I'm going to flick this over to Cookidoo, and we're going to talk about finding those latest and greatest recipes. 8 seconds before. It's going to be done in a second. How good is that? Thought I'd just show you through the lid so you can have a look. And that's it. Like, transfer it, and now cook it for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. So it's quite a hot oven, but that's literally ready to go over there and into the oven. It does say give it a press down. Depending on how thick you make it, you may need to do a stir and make it a bit longer. You want it to be looking a little bit golden because that's an indication that it's gone crispy. All right, let me swing over here to my computer and to Cookidoo. All right, so Cookidoo. I hope you are loving and using Cookidoo. All right, and my goal is really to make sure you get the most out of your Thermomix, and part of that is Cookidoo, because Cookidoo is the recipe library. Okay, so we're going to go there today, and we're going to actually, to find the latest and greatest, we're simply going to hit the green search magnifying glass along the line, and I don't think my cursor's coming up. So where it says search Cookidoo, on the right hand side there, right hand side, you can see the green little search. So we're going to hit the search button. So nothing was in that search bar whatsoever. At this point in time, it comes up and it says you've got 6 filters on. You can see that it's at the moment searching by relevance. I've got 10,867 recipes. Now, if you are only coming up with significantly less than that, you probably don't have all the English filters on. Okay, now let me know if that's you. I will send you a video so you can go set your filters right from the beginning. So every search comes up with all the English recipes. But what we want to do today is actually change, and at the moment we're searching in our recipes, that's fine. We don't need to change it to collections, but we want to search, we want to click on relevance, and we want to say, you know what, I actually want the newest recipes. And what that's now doing is it's searching those English spoken recipes and bringing up the newest. Now, there are overlaps at times. I look at this cranberry almond salad, chicken salad, and I go, seen that before. And sometimes you'll see that a different country has grabbed a recipe from another country. They might have even converted it to ounces and things like that, claimed it as their own and put it in a book. That's perfectly fine. But you will find then there's overlaps. But I'd rather have overlaps than have less recipes, right? I want more, because there are new ones amongst the new, amongst it as well. So from here, I can then use my filters like normal. I can particularly look for something like a chicken recipe or something like that, or I can simply do what I did today, and I scrolled down and I was like, oh, what do I feel like making that is new? And I did contemplate the quinoa nut and dairy-free muesli slice. I did. The roll frittata, it's been around for a little while. I've done it. It's gorgeous. If you've not made it, try it. I did think about the spaghetti muffins, and you can see that there's an allergy-friendly, by the looks of it, book at the moment, because allergy-free chocolate dipped fruit, allergy-free granola. That's what I'm making. No ratings yet. Bit risky trying at first go, but I'm fairly confident. My understanding of and how I've made granolas in the past, it's of a similar nature, so I was pretty confident that it would be safe. But you know what? I'm going to go back and rate it. So, and I'll let you guys know. Those of you sitting in on Facebook at the moment, watching replays and watching live, tonight at about 7ish, I tend to put a reminder up. Hey, check out today's video, and I put the picture of the final product. So, of course, if it's not right, I'll let you know in there. And those of you on YouTube, I always put a little blurb up if there's something that I would change and things like that as well. You can see allergy melted chocolate, overnight oats, covered granola cups, chocolate and ice cream. I nearly did that one, but it required the sunflower. Have we said that they come up to that one yet? Sunflower butter, and I didn't want to make that online today, so there we go. So you can see that there's this collection there that is brand new from the US, and it's obviously allergy friendly. Then you can see here there's an Indonesian collection that's relatively new as well, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, so I have heard fabulous things about this nasi goreng. Okay, like people are raving about it. So if you're looking for something a little different for dinner, definitely worth trying that. And you know what, when I click on something as well, something that is worth noting, I'm just going to pop back up to what we're making today. When I click on it, it is worth scrolling to the bottom and going, where was this recipe? What's it from? You've got these bits at the bottom, hints and tips and stuff, but then you've got, here you go, allergen-free snacks, 8 recipes from the United States. So it is worth checking that out. I do like scrolling down. Sometimes you've got alternative recipes here that show up as well that are of similar nature, which is super handy. And I do like tags. If you're ever feeling like you're lacking inspiration, tags are amazing. Or if you just haven't landed exactly what you wanted to make, tags are great. So there you go. I hope that helps you get more out of Cookidoo. Okay, it is worth. I hope you're not missing out. It is worth checking that at least once a month. Go in and find what recipes need to go into what collections. Remember, your collections are gold. That and bookmarks is what stores in the memory of your machine. So if the Germans are working on Cookidoo, the internet is down, you take it on holidays, you have collections, you have bookmarks. Bookmarks, they're the things you make all the time. You only want like 20 bookmarks, not 200. Otherwise, you're scrolling forever to find them on your screen, yeah? So, but you really, the collections is where it is at. It is gold because they're storing in that memory of your machine, and even if you're offline, you've got those recipes, and you just need to use, I'm going to show you where you search. Just a little note on the crumble, the granola, make sure you leave it to cool, otherwise it's soft. When you are offline, you see the magnifying glass in the top right corner of your screen up here? Because you'll notice if you swipe to Cookidoo to search, it says it's not connected, right? So when you are offline, that magnifying glass up there is your way to search offline. You'll notice that it'll pop up with a search bar. The images look a little different, but everything you've actually got in a collection will be searchable. So you can then find it. So you can see here, they're popping up already. All right, I hope you find this video useful. Please share it with your friends and family who have a Thermomix on the bench and need to get more out of it. They need to learn these tips and hints to get the most out of their Thermomix. Thank you for those of you who've said hi today. I haven't seen the comments today. It's hidden behind the Cookidoo thing, but it's lovely to have you on. Please don't be a stranger. Reach out if I can support you with your Thermomix in any way, or if you've got questions about the videos, the recipes, things like that. You can find me over at tmxingadventures.com.au. You will find there so many resources to help you with your Thermomix. If you are in Australia, I would love to demo with you online. Feel free to reach out and grab 2 friends. They can cook on your Thermomix in your home, or you can all just watch on and we can do a half an hour cook together, and I can show you from my kitchen how I use my Thermomix and answer your questions if you've got some. But otherwise, hey, here to help you get the most out of your Thermomix. Have a fantastic day. I can't wait to come to you soon with the next video. Hoping you get more out of your Thermomix. Remember to like, engage in some way, subscribe if you're on YouTube so that you get the latest videos. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.